Hi everyone, I'm Freddy, Krueger, and I want to thank you for being here. I know that there's a lot of controversy about me and some of the things that I've done in my past. So I wanted to assure everyone here today that that is 100% behind me. I've started a new chapter in my life, and it's actually a milestone for me today. It has been 1 year to the day since I've given in to those urges and killed anybody. I will hold for applause. Now, part of my rehabilitation has been to find other outlets for my feelings or when urges come on, something to take my mind off of it and put my energies elsewhere. I started paint pouring and I've made a wonderful group of friends. Today, we are actually getting together to celebrate Halloween. We have Creations with Tanya, Grandma Kathy's Art Venture, Marie Louise Art, and Epiphany Creations, and all of their channels and their videos are in the description below. I don't want to be that guy, but I am going to have to insist that you check out their videos. It's not a threat, I would just truly appreciate it. The other thing I want to address, the elephant in the room, which is what happened to the burn scars on my face from when my neighbors so kindly set my house on fire. Well, I'll tell you, my friend Dr. Celine, who owns BU Medical Clinic, lasered those scars away. Now, I do have a beard because not here or even here so much, but right here, there are some stubborn burns, but we are working on that. So if you are in the Sacramento, Rockland, or Grass Valley area, go see Dr. Celine and make sure to tell her that Freddy sent you. Seriously, make sure to tell her because I get $5 off for every referral. This is not cheap. So thank you guys again for being here. I did a flip cup because I do have knives for hands, for one hand, and it's not the easiest thing maneuvering. So it is a flip cup. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you down on the canvas. Today we're going to be using a 10 by 10 inch canvas. I'm going to try to show you some of the consistencies of the paint, but like I said before, I have knives on one of my hands, so it is fairly difficult for me to paint as is, but I'm going to try to be accommodating. So I mixed these paints with 1 ounce of US Floetrol to 0.4 ounces of paint. Now, normally what you would want to do is go through and add water to make sure your consistencies are right. But as you can imagine, I have a hard enough time and I made a big enough mess just pouring these, again, with my knife hand. So the colors, we have a violet light, magnesium blue Pthalo, olive green, Payne's gray. This is a Aztec deep gold, turquoise blue, and a little titanium white to brighten it up a little bit. So we're going to be pouring these into our flip cup. In the hope that we get something nice out of the end of it. Like I said before, you know, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, get away from all the killing. So I imagine you guys thought I would be using some dark colors, maybe reds and greens like my sweater, maybe silver for my knife hands, but I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to turn over that leaf that I was talking about earlier. Now, I'm not going to say it's been easy. I'm not going to say that I don't still want to kill. I do, but I'm working on keeping those thoughts at bay, and art has been helping with that. Just gonna dump these guys in. You know, if you get a good painting out of it, you get a good painting. And if not, at least you had a little bit of time to relax. Put some white. You know, I think I meant to do these colors in reverse. I think I meant to do the white on the bottom of the cup. But at this point, there's nothing we could do about it. I'm just sloshing these guys in there. Not worried about them mixing or not mixing. It's a 10 by 10, so I should need about 4 ounces of paint, but I'm gonna go a little bit over because, again, with my knife hand, it's a little bit more difficult for me to get things on the first try. So we're gonna do a little bit more. Throw in some more of this Payne's gray. All right, I think we're ready to flip. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to flip this with my knife hand, but I'm gonna try. Not bad. You wanna tap the top of your cup, kind of get those colors mixed in. It kind of brings them to the bottom. I am already liking what I'm seeing in this area. That green definitely stands out. So tap it a few more times. Let's give this the old flipperoo. So I think I am going to torch. Get rid of some of these bubbles. Some of the big ones, if you have knife hands, you can just pop them. The little ones, not so much. That's a big guy right there. All right, so get up under here. So what I was told, see, and to me this just doesn't seem like enough paint. But what I was told was that you bring it around. You know what? I'm gonna add some flow extender. Wasn't even thinking of that. I always forget the flow extender. I don't know how much paint I have left, so I might need to mix some up. I always forget the flow extender until I get going, and then I realize, oh man, shoot, I need a flow extender. So I'm just going to pour some of this extra paint around. Now this definitely is not enough flow extender, but we'll make it work. And you know, it probably shouldn't be colored. I don't know if that matters, but it seems like it could matter. But again, I'm very new to this. My therapist, who I've been working with about the urging to kill teenagers, suggested paint pouring as a good way to kind of let things go, relax a little bit. I'm not the best. I know I keep mentioning my obvious handicap, but don't be expecting whoever the great painting artists are. You know, this might work. You could spread it around a little bit to the edges. I think that should help. All right, you know, that might work, it might not. We'll see. So back to what I was saying. So you kind of bring your paint to each of the corners without having it go over, because once it goes over, it anchors itself. So I'm bringing it back to the middle, the weight of that paint. I'm going to bring it down to this corner. This is my last corner, so I'm going to let this flow off. And then I'm going to bring this back up. Let's come down to this side. Perfect. Bring that paint back up to the middle. Drop it off the corner. And then bring it back to the other side. I'm looking at it. Not the worst painting I've ever done. Not the best, not the worst. Lift it up. You know, there's a lot of handicaps with having knife hands, but there's some cool things. Like you can wipe the bottom of your canvas with your knife hands, no problem. These things are stainless steel, so they literally clean right off. So we got some cool details in here. A lot of times what I end up doing when I'm not happy with the painting is I'll just stab right through it, or I'll scrape right through it. But I think, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how this dries. Thank you guys so much for being with me. I know there's a lot of stigma around me and the things I've done in my past with all of the killings of the children and then the teenagers. But I really appreciate you giving me another chance to show that I have turned over a new leaf. So thanks for being here. I'm going to show you, I'll bring you in for a close-up of this, and then I'm going to show you the dried results. And I hope you all have an excellent day.